So today we're talking about chaotic leadership, and this is coming up with a whole bunch of our clients. So the timing is perfect. With CEO Mastery coming up in October, it felt like the right time to give these insights. First, what is chaotic leadership? That means out of control, right? You don't have things running smoothly, and your team is sensing that and feeling that. So what contributes to chaotic leadership, and how can we fix it? That's the question. First and foremost, do as I say and not as I do. We're all guilty of it. You've delegated something to the team. You've said, for example, I want you to call all of your past clients in sphere of influence on a regular basis and then do handwritten notes. Question is, are you doing what you're asking them to do, or are you just passing down orders? And what impact does that have on the team? That's a very important part of leadership and creates a lot of chaos when you don't follow through on the things you're asking your team to do. So what's the solution? Think about whether or not the things you're asking them to do are things you'd be willing to do yourself. So, are you putting those past clients on a regular schedule of follow-up? Are you actually getting on the phone and talking to them? And then are you writing a handwritten note to follow up that conversation? It's that simple. Switch to do as I say and as I do, not do as I say, not as I do. Now, number two that comes up so often is a lack of delegation or duplicate delegation. Now, what I mean by that is, first of all, have you ever said to yourself, well, I'll just do it myself. I can do it faster. It takes too long to train. I'll just knock it out myself. And after you do that 6, 10, 12, 27 times in a day, you're running out of time to do the things you need to be doing, which is make rain for that business, right? That's your responsibility as a CEO. Now, the other thing you might do is you go ahead and delegate it to a team member and they don't get it done fast enough, quote unquote, and so you take it back. Or you give it to that team member, you don't have it back on your desk yet, so now you delegate it to another team member, and you don't have it back on your desk yet, so you may even still take it back at that point. Problem is, now you have two productive people working on the same problem, which you just solved. 3 people's time, that adds up quickly, and that creates chaos. It also creates confusion with your team because they don't know if you appreciate or respect or value the work that they're contributing. So what's the solution? Decide who you're going to delegate it to, give them a time frame for getting it back to you, and identify how they're going to communicate to you that it's finished, right? Then you'll know if it's done, and resist that urge to take it back. Follow through on delegation. Now, what's the third thing that contributes to chaotic leadership? And there are more. We'll be talking about them at CEO Mastery, but the third big one is lack of accountability to your financials. So we've all been guilty of, we get that phone call on this new marketing idea and we go ahead and take the plunge and spend the money without having looked at the budget to see if we even have it in the budget to spend that money. And then what happens down the road? Maybe we're having trouble meeting payroll and we look back and we've spent all this money on marketing that we didn't allocate for. So we spend a lot of time at CEO Mastery getting into, are you not only setting the financials in the budget for the year, but then are you tracking how that money's working for you and then using that budget to make decisions going forward? CEO Mastery is the only course of its kind that covers all 8 aspects of your business and goes into a deep dive to figure out what's working, what's not working, and how to solve it. In addition, you'll be masterminding with like-minded people who are going to help you come up with solutions, and you're going to help them come up with theirs. We sure hope you can join us October 23rd to 25th in Scottsdale, Arizona. The email this video came in has the button for you to register. We look forward to seeing you there. Thank you.